Okay, say you have joint pain. It's a pinching, it's just discomfort. It's annoying, maybe there's pressure on the joint when you flex it. Simple rule of thumb is to check above and below the joint for tender spots in the muscle, because the myofascia could be bound up in there from either overuse or underuse, bad biomechanics, whatever, past injuries. And if it's bound up because of that, then it can be causing extra tension on the joint, which can cause pain, swelling, and just general discomfort. So the way you do that is you use a massage tool of sorts. This could be a foam roller, a ball, a massage gun, an actual massage, and you want to search along the muscle that leads into the joint. If you need to look at an anatomy poster, look at an anatomy poster. So say you have knee pain when you squat, and you're like, I want to squat, but my knees are hurting. Then where exactly is that pain? Is it on the inside? Is it the outside? Is it just general pressure in the knee? Is it right down the middle? You want to search right above. If it's right in the middle, you can just foam roll right on top of it. If it's on the outside, you want to search the outside. You get the point. One thing you could do is check the other side. Is that really tender too, or is this side the only really tender side? Then you know if the muscle is tender on the side where it hurts along that line, then you're over the bullseye. You need to dig into that tissue, then retest and see, okay, now I can train without pain or with a lot less pain. But if it's really tender, you might need to use a more gentle approach, like either a massage gun or a softer roller or something where you can bear it, or you can break it up into smaller sets. So you're going to want to have like 2 to 5 minutes of time just digging in. And if it's so tender you can't even do anything and you have no other options but a foam roller, you just relax into that spot. Just let it sink in, maybe rock back and forth as you need to, or you can roll up and down, taking pressure off with your other limbs. And eventually, whether that's the next day or right then and there, it's going to start feeling more relaxed. If it's really, really jammed up, it might not feel much better during that session, and every day or like weeks of doing this, then it'll get better and better, and eventually you don't have to ever do it again because you're going to strengthen it through full range because you're a smart person that wants your joints to feel good. To do it even more advanced, bending the leg through the range, pushing any joint through the range while you're digging in is going to help it work better. So that's just a knee example. Let me go to an ankle example. So say you have pain in the front of your ankle, whether it's a pinching, like an impingement, or whatever it is. You want to search right above it, see that the tibialis anterior leads right into it. Look at an anatomy poster if you don't believe me. You dig into that, then see if you still feel that. If you don't, then good. Now you can start using your ankles some more. But this concept applies to all over the body. Every joint, no exceptions. Say you have shoulder pain when you're overhead pressing, trying to get your arm overhead, and you want to strict press, but you can't because it hurts. Strict pressing is not bad for your shoulder per se, but your shoulders aren't ready for it right now. So what you can do is dig into the sides of your shoulders. Okay, if the pain's right in the outside on top, you might want to dig into the outside, push it through its range. If the pain is on the back of the shoulder, you might want to stick a ball under there and push it through its range. Blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you need to really know anatomy to know exactly where to go, but this is a basic rule of thumb that you can use. So you put your arm overhead, just feels like it's jamming it. There's no pain, but it just doesn't go very far. You might want to check the traps. I find the traps to be a very common place where people are jammed up, and that's going to affect the whole shoulder movement, and it can even cause pain on different parts of the shoulder, like a certain muscle that goes right under the trap, the supraspinatus, attached to the other side. So sometimes you just dig over here, move it through its range, preferably the exact range you're going to do or use right after this, and retest it. If it worked, great. Make sure you check the other side. If you see the other side's not as bad, you know you have to work on it. But like I said before, and I'll say it again, the end goal is to get strong through full range, like the name of this channel. And there are certainly other ways to get out of pain, like getting blood to the area. Sometimes just warming up makes it feel better. Doing a specific isolation exercise that doesn't hurt, say a quad extension, if your knees hurt during squats, and pumping blood to it can make your knees feel significantly better. I don't care how people do it. I just care that they are able to do major compound movements like the split squat, the squat, the deadlift, the overhead press, the horizontal press, the vertical press, downwards, the dip. But pain is just a signal. It's telling you where to go, what joint has too much tension in it, what you're not ready for and what you're ready for, because most people, except for crazy gymnasts, are going to do some movements and they're not going to feel great. So is that movement bad for people to do? No, they're not bad for people to do that have the ability to do it, that have that range of motion and that strength. But for you, it probably is bad right now, because if your myofascia is all bound up in that area from either a past injury, from overuse, underuse, bad mechanics, whatever it is, then you might be causing more harm than good, because say the muscle's getting impinged, or say it's just really a really dense myofascia where it's like a knot in there, or myofascial adhesion. I think of it like beef jerky. It's more likely to rip. It's not going to have the flexibility, and you can pull a muscle, you can tear it, you can do things that aren't great if you try to use a range that you don't have right now. But I'm going to cut it here because I could rant about this all day. But yeah, searching above below an area if a joint hurts is something you can do right before your session so it feels better, so you can train. Temporary thing. The more it hurts, the more you need it. And eventually you won't need to do this anymore. Any questions? Let me know.